Where's the commentator? Oh! Huh? Keeping a low profile.
Cool. Nei
What was it called?
It says Nei Niparara. The lady is up in the moon. And this is a legend, a story, a clear story that tells of the traditional way when your daughter or daughters come of age. That means they're having their first period, which is a very special occasion for any girl. And the family get together, the family time, and the girl is given certain rituals for 3 days. So this family has 3 daughters, and the family is the first daughter, Nei Niparara, Nei Niparara woman, and Nei Niparara. So the first, second, and third. And the first and second had their ritual treatment. The family gathered together and celebrated their time. And comes the third girl, Nei Niparara, had hers, and she went up to her mother said, and told her what's happening to her. And mother ignored her, didn't think it's worthwhile worrying. You know, she's just making up, copying the older ones or something like that. So the youngest daughter felt very neglected and ignored, so she took off. No one was aware of where she's gone. She just wandered off along the beach, along the 4 miles, and these are the 2 daughters talking with their mom. And celebrated their coming of age. And there's mom and dad, uncles and grandpa and grandmas and all the family. Slowly the news spread through the village and all the family gathered together to celebrate that. And see the young girl being tucked away. The girls, the 2 elder ones, were told to go and look for their belt. There's a special type of leaf that they pick and to tie along their buttonholes around their waist. And that's what they do when their belt was tied on, and then they sit and roll string after string. For 3 days they sit there. They're covered with oil, and they almost live their life very hard, not allowed to talk a lot. There's only one older lady that looks after them and can converse them when they want to go to the toilet. She's the one that takes them. They go to a special hole where and everything there. There's a lot of ritual about it, and they see, but the young ones sort of tag along, wanting to be part of them, but she gets shoved either behind or somewhere. She's not really part of it, and she felt really, really out of it. See her coming sneaking in when everyone sort of fly down and she wants to be part of it, but no. So she took off and walked away, nowhere in particular. She just wandered off, enjoying her time on her own and wondered where she would be. She walked along the beach and the moon was nice and bright. And she's all on her own and no one really knew where she was or where she went. So she kept on walking along the beach, a bit frustrated and annoyed and the whole lot. And then, as she kept in frustration and she came upon a plant. And the plant growing up there, and she sat down beside it and sang to it. This is a special plant. And it's called Niparara. So, uraki, arokau teki Niparara, vaya por allá, divinamente caro, uraki. And she keeps singing the song, and the tree keeps on growing and growing and growing, and the more she sings, uraki, arokau teki Niparara, vaya por allá, grows, and the more she sings, the more the plant grows. And she said, I wonder where it reaches. So, see, got big and thick and still growing. And then she decided, I'm going to see where this plant leads me to. So she climbed up the plant, and up she went. Up, and
the moon.
there she jumped. And there she was. What we know in Cleveland, she's on the moon. She landed on the moon, and on the moon there's an old lady with 3 sons. They live all on their own. There's the old lady, that's called Nei Niparara. And her boys are very good in toddy cutting, as coconut juice. And every morning and every evening they go and cut and brings back a lot. So the old lady preserved them and bottled them in these coconut shells. And she's very blind, this lady. And she lined her bottles there, coconut shells, and she found them. I'm sure there was one here. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, she continued and did some more, and then suddenly she felt, I'm sure there's someone here. So she grabbed her, and she called her, oh, it's you, been stealing my coconut juice. It's kamaimai actually. And then she said, if you hide me when your sons come back, because the sons don't like strangers, I can open your eyes and make you see. So you saw her, she touched the old lady's eyes, and she could see.
All the birds of the air came back to her.
And now she said, my sons don't like strangers, I'll hide you.
Under the
So
shell.
there she hid the little girl Nei under the clamshell. And the sons are walking back with their toddy shells, with their toddy. And as they approach, we can smell strange smell. Yes,
Someone's been here. Who is it?
and she said, no, I don't. Come on, you hiding. There's someone being here. We can smell it. A stranger smell. And she said, I'll promise. I'll tell you if you promise me to leave her alone. There she showed them, and she got married to the eldest son, and they lived happily ever after.
On the moon.
And there you look up in the moon when it's full moon, and you see a lady cooking her toddy juice.